Sports is an activity involving physical exertion and skill, in which an individual or team competes against another for others for entertainment. On this note, we welcome you to another entertaining episode of Weekend Sports Showdown on Nigezie. First, we roll back 7 days in sports. On Saturday, Wales overcame a 10-point deficit and endless injuries to pull off a sensational win against England in an astonishing World Cup contest. Gareth Davies' late try from Lloyd Williams' brilliant crossfield kick and 23 points from Dan Biggar's unblemished boot-sealed victory. This is a devastating loss for England, for whom Owen Farrell kicked 20 points. Johnny May scored a first-half try for the host, who turned down a tricky late shot at goal and paid the price. When England led 22-12 with half an hour to play, they looked to be in control, but the concession of a series of penalties, many at the breakdown, kept Wales in the game, and in the blistering final, it was the men in red who found the resolve to come through. Given the occasion, their injuries saw Scott Williams, Leon Williams and Alan Amos all forced off with nasty-looking injuries. And the importance of the occasion, this may be Wales' greatest ever win on foreign soil. England will now have to beat Australia next Saturday to keep their own World Cup campaign alive. On Sunday, Sepp Blatter says he will not stand down as FIFA president because of the criminal proceedings opened against him by Swiss investigators. The Swiss is suspected of signing a contract that was unfavorable to FIFA and making a disloyal payment to UEFA president Michel Platini. Blatter, who had already said he would stand down in February 2016, claimed he had done nothing illegal or improper. Platini has written a letter to UEFA members denying any wrongdoing. In a statement released through his lawyers, Blatter said a £1.5 million payment made to Platini, the head of Europe's football governing body, in 2011 was valid compensation and nothing more. Both men are also facing investigation by FIFA's Independent Ethics Committee over the payment, which Platini said was for work as Blatter's technical advisor between 1999 and 2002. Platini, who was interviewed as a witness by officers from Swiss Attorney General's office, stressed that the payment had been fully declared to the authorities. The Frenchman said he was aware that these events may harm my image and reputation and released a statement for reasons of transparency. On Monday, Vladimir Klitschko World Heavyweight title bout with Britain's Tyson Fury has been rearranged for Saturday's 28 November in Düsseldorf. Klitschko, who is 39 years old, has been due to defend his WBA, IBF and WBO titles against Fury on 24 October in a German city. However, the Ukrainian, unbeaten for 11 years, withdrew from the fight last week, citing a calf injury. Fury, who's 27 years old, undefeated in 24 matches, has attended a news conference dressed as Batman during the build-up. The bolting fighter, who called Klitschko boring in July, had taken a seat at the event in London before he leaped over his table to grapple with someone dressed as Batman's enemy, the Joker. He then turned to Klitschko and said, "This is a fool, just like you." Fury successfully defended his European title in March and will tackle Klitschko in his record-breaking 20th heavyweight title bout. On Tuesday, Arsenal's hopes of qualifying for the Champions League round of 16 are hanging by a thread after a humiliating 3-2 home defeat against Olympiacos. Arsene Wenger's side knew nothing other than victory would do after defeat by Dinamo Zagreb in Croatia in their opening game, and the two meetings with group favourites Bayern Munich still to come. Instead, it was a dreadful night for Arsenal, who must now become the first team since Galatasaray in 2012-2013 to lose their first two group games and still reach the knockout stage. The Gunners' display was summed up by a rush first-half own goal conceded by David Ospina, preferred to Peter Cech in goal, when he dropped Kota's foot in his corner into his own net after Theo Walcott equalized Felipe Pardo's deflected shot. Alexis Sanchez gave Arsenal hope with 65th minute header, only for Alfred Finnbangosen to restore Olympiacos' lead within a minute. On Wednesday, Cristiano Ronaldo scores 500th career goal, ties Real Madrid's scoring record. One small step for Real Madrid, but a giant leap for Cristiano Ronaldo, whose 2 goals gave the Spinners their second Champions League win of the season and took him past the 500 career goals milestone. His brace also meant he drew level with Raul as the club's all-time leading goal scorer. Raul scored 323 goals in 741 games. In only 308 games for Real Madrid, Ronaldo has matched that. In 753 matches, Ronaldo has also scored 118 times for Manchester United, 5 for Sporting and 55 for Portugal. After scoring 5 against Espanyol 3 weeks ago, he had been on an uncharacteristic dry run of 4 games without a goal, but the drought was never going to last, and Malmo were the unfortunate recipients of a 66 and 67 Champions League goal in 65 games in the tournament for Real Madrid. On Thursday, Wales took a huge step closer to the World Cup quarterfinals by beating Fiji in breathless pooler clash. Warren Gatland's team scored thrice through scrum half. Gareth Davies and Hoka scored Baldwin with 13 points from fly half Dambega's boot, but missed the bonus point. But Fiji struck back after the break with Veroniki Goneva rounding off a stunning 60-yard move. Fiji paid for small mistakes with Ben Volavola missing 2 easy penalties. The result means Wales will reach the quarterfinals if Australia beat England at Twickenham on Saturday. And finally, on 7 Days in Sports, on Friday, Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal swapped their usual tennis gear for traditional Thai silk jackets as they met the head of Thailand's ruling junta on a trip that mixed sports with politics. World number 1 Djokovic and his longtime rival Nadal were in Thailand for a sold-out exhibition match dubbed Back to Thailand on Friday. The event was organized to boost confidence in the country's safety after the August 17 bombing that left 20 people dead and more than 120 people injured. One of the day's photo opportunities was a visit to the Erewhon Shrine, the site of the blast where the players led rugs and posed for pictures during a brief visit under Thai security and a pelting rain. The two players shared a purse of $4.1 million, which is equivalent to £2.7 million to attend the event, with responsibilities that included wearing the traditional garments, with Djokovic dressed in yellow to honor the king and Nadal in blue, out of respect for the queen. And that's all in 7 Days in Sports, coming up on Sports Showdown.